welcome to our viewers here in the United States and all around the world. I'm Paula Newton, and we are following breaking news out of Iran, where state media has now confirmed the death of President Ibrahim Raisi and the country's foreign minister after a deadly helicopter crash.
The Iranian president dies in a helicopter crash out of nowhere, right? Because what? Iran took it there. They started bombing Israel, and they broke through the Iron Dome, right? So they sent more warnings, say we are going to take it there. We're gonna start World War III. Then a few days later, Iran's president dies in a helicopter crash. Right. Coincidence? You don't find that suspicious? I doubt it. Right. Whenever there's a white man alive, I don't see coincidences too much. Right. I'll just put it like that. I didn't say they did it. You didn't hear me say that, but I'm just saying white people normally kill a lot of people. I'm just gonna put it like that. That's true. Look at history. Now read the title. Watch this.
Iran issues chilling new nuclear weapons warning that could spark World War III.
All right, now go to the next article. Read that.
Ibrahim Raisi, Iran's president, dies in helicopter crash at 63.
Go to the date.
Wow!
Is there a date on this one?
May 20th, 2024.
So it's a few days after, all right? The Iranian president dies in a helicopter crash out of nowhere, right? Because what? Iran took it there. They started bombing Israel, and they broke through the Iron Dome, right? So they sent more warnings, say we are going to take it there. We're gonna start World War III. Then a few days later, Iran's president dies in a helicopter crash. Right. Coincidence? You don't find that suspicious? I doubt it. Right. Whenever there's a white man alive, I don't see coincidences too much. Right. I'll just put it like that. I didn't say they did it. You didn't hear me say that, but I'm just saying white people normally kill a lot of people. I'm just gonna put it like that. That's true. Look at history. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at history.
Don't get mad at me.
Okay, so let's read that article, a little bit of that. I got some on the next one. Watch this.
Ibrahim Raisi, Iran's president and a top contender to succeed the nation's supreme leader, was killed on Sunday in a helicopter crash. He was 63. A convergent Shiite Muslim, conservative Shiite Muslim cleric who had a hand in some of the most brutal crackdowns on opponents of the Islamic Republic. Mr. Raisi was a protege of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
That's good.
And a devoted upholder of religious rule in the country.
Now stop. I want to touch on that. Go back. Very good. So it says that he was a conservative Shiite Muslim who had hand in the most brutal crackdowns on opponents of the Islamic Republic. People who tried to come against that. Right. All right. So he's an enforcer. Okay. A lot of people didn't like him. And in fact, there's a lot of Iranians in America who are like rejoicing and celebrating his death. Wow. All right. But he was strict. He enforced it. All right. Give me the next article. Watch this.
U.S. says Iran sought help over chopper crash that killed Ibrahim Raisi.
All right, read that. Washington.
The United States said Monday that arch enemy Iran sought assistance over a helicopter crash that killed President Ibrahim Raisi, as Washington meanwhile offered condolences despite saying the bad blood on his hands.
He had blood on his hands. It say he had blood on his hands. So you see, America, they don't give a darn at all that he's dead. No. They say they offer condolences, but he had it coming to him. That's what they saying. So what does America and Israel have coming to them? If he had blood on his hands, what are they saying about themselves?
Bring it out. That's right.
All right, I hope y'all caught that. Read it again. I don't know if they caught that. Read it one more time for me.
The United States said Monday that arch enemy Iran sought assistance over a helicopter crash that killed President Ibrahim Raisi, as Washington meanwhile offered condolences despite saying he had blood on his hands.
Now scroll down. Stop.
We were asked by the Iranian government for assistance, State Department spokesman Matthew Miller told reporters. We said that we would be willing to assist. something that we would do with respect to any government in this situation, he said. Ultimately, largely for logistical reasons, we were unable to provide that assistance.
Exactly, you're right. America wasn't able to help them out. Now go to the next article. Wow! All right, there's something good in this next one. Watch this.
Opinion: the death of Iran's president could change the world.
Damn!
The uncertainty ushered in by the death of Iran's president, Ibrahim Raisi, and the helicopter crash just weeks after.
That's not the one I want. Hey, somebody say something. I gotta find the one I want. Give me 1 sec.
Right, so you can see America right here is full of crap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They are they are a hypocritical nation, right? They set things in place for you to be destroyed, then come and try to give you aid. You see many things that they're doing. So, like Kat was saying, we don't have any proof they did it, but you know, it's showing a pattern of them having their hand in it. So we gotta wake up and pay attention. Do not trust this demon.
Do not trust this demon. Hey, somebody else, go ahead.
Yeah, one? No, so let me get Ezekiel real quick. Ezekiel 7. All right, start at 22. All right, on the guy said that he would turn his face against them. All right, because they full of crimes and blood, and this whole land is full of blood, man. That land over there is full of blood. And they think they're going to be righteous at the end of this thing. Read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 22. My face will I turn also from them.
Read.
And they shall pollute my secret place. For the robber shall enter into it and defile it.
Read.
Make a chain for the land. It's full of bloody crimes.
I want to read 23 again.
Verse 23. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence.
So the city is on the full of violence. All right, the Most High gonna turn his face against these people, man. The Most High ain't with these people. All right, payback is around the corner. All right, we just gotta repent and just wait for it.
You all right? That's a good script right there. All praises. You got it. You got the article. Let's put that up. Read that.
Some in Iran claim U.S. sanctions caused the Raisi helicopter crash. The truth may be more complicated.
I bet the truth is more complicated, or it's just that simple. All right, read that.
Even before Iran's army chief Mohammed Bagheri ordered an investigation into the helicopter crash that cost the Islamic Republic the lives of two of its top politicians. Blame was being laid at America's door. The body of President Ibrahim Raisi was being carefully carried from the crash site as former Foreign Minister Javad Zarif acidly told Iran state TV that one of the causes of this heartbreaking incident is the United States, which by sanctioning the sale of the aviation industry to Iran caused the martyrdom of the president and his companions.
Right, stop scrolling so fast. All right, T, go back to where it started. Okay, it says one of the causes of this heartbreaking incident is the United States, which by sanctioning the sale of the aviation industry to Iran, meaning what their equipment ain't on par. All right, so understand, whoever don't agree with America, that's what they do.
Right.
They cut you off.
Wow.
That's what they do. They will cut you off. Damn. And America knew exactly what they were doing. I'm just letting you know, whenever you see a coup d'etat, whenever you see a government, don't forget about Soleimani. I mean, we know America did that. Right. So maybe America got a little bit wiser and said, if we blatantly come out and do this, it's going to escalate quicker. You understand? Because you know, Revelations 12, it talks about they know they have a short time left.
Yes, sir.
Now, if they came out openly like they did Soleimani, you never know, this thing could like escalate, boom, like right there. Right. Yes, they said, let's go ahead and do this in secret.
Right.
Come with an excuse not to help them out. I hope y'all it's the writings on the wall. You got to be able to see these things.
Yes,
America's always in the background doing something.
Right.
So Iran is like, nah, we already know America has something to do with this. They're not stupid. What y'all got on that, officers? I'd like to hear y'all. What y'all got?
And that's why they have military bases around the whole world of the United States, because they in everybody business. Everywhere you go, you gonna find the United States there. Like the CIA and things like that, they in the midst of everybody. They know exactly what's going on everywhere. So you can't trust these men right here. You can't trust them.
Right, because think about how this man died, right? They're saying he was flying in a helicopter and the fog was so thick, and guess what? I know Esau was planning, like, okay, we got a bad weather day coming in this area, you know, where he's using like poor aviation equipment. It's time to get him. Let me get Psalms 58 and verse 3. Because Esau is a liar. You know they did it, but it's alleged. You know, it's alleged that they possibly did this thing, but you know, like Cap was saying, if there's a white man on this earth, he's going to find a way to do what he got to do to stay on top.
That's what they do.
He's going to kill him. So that's what they're doing, taking out 2 top politicians of Iran. Like they said, that's their sworn enemy in that article. It says they're sworn. That's what they're trying to go after. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Read.
They go astray as soon as they be born.
Read it again? Can you just read it again from me?
The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. Speaking lies.
Speaking lies like what? That, oh no, we had nothing to do with them. You know, so we're not going to help you at all because, you know, you're a sworn enemy. So what they're trying to do is just make sure that they're killing Iran's top, you know, people to make sure that they can try to live longer, but they got a short time.
There it is. Hey, real quick, go to the one you was about to pull up before. I think it was about Iran. Yes, yeah. Read that for us.
Opinion: the death of Iran's president could change the world.
Wait, I think you skipped a paragraph. No? Read that.
People in Tehran on Monday, May 2024, carry images of President Ibrahim Raisi of Iran as they mourn his death in a helicopter crash on Sunday. The deaths of Raisi and Foreign Minister Hussein Amir Abdullahian left the country without 2 of its most influential figures at a moment of regional and domestic tumult. The uncertainty ushered in by the death of Iran's president Ibrahim Raisi in a helicopter crash just weeks after an unprecedented exchange of military attacks with Israel.
Stop. Y'all don't see nothing funny about that?
Right.
In a helicopter crash just weeks after an unprecedented exchange of military attacks in Israel.
Wow.
Brothers and sisters, this is not a coincidence.
That's suspicious.
It's not a coincidence. So we understand what 2nd Ezra 15 talks about with the Carmanians. We understand what Isaiah 14 is talking about, right?
Right, yes, sir.
So we know that it's going to be Iran and the rest of the Arab countries joining together. We know that's going to pop it off. That's going to take it there. So we don't know exactly what this means. This could mean that because this leader was more aggressive, you know, with establishing the Islamic faith, it could be a little bit longer, or the next one that gets in there could escalate it quicker.
Right.
We don't really know. Give me Matthew 26 and 41. That's all we doing. We watching and praying.
That's
but
right.
we do know who's going to set it off. We know that. We just don't know when exactly.
That's right.
But you should be able to see the signs of the times. I can definitely say, like we mentioned in the weather report, we saw the earthquakes. This has been going on every day for the last 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Now we're seeing the tornadoes pick up like every day for the last month.
Sir.
You understand? So obviously we're getting closer. Okay, read that for us.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
That's the key. That you enter not to temptation. Go ahead.
The spirit indeed is willing,
It say the spirit indeed is willing. Come on.
but the flesh is weak.
Right. The flesh is weak. Flesh is weak. Luke 4:13. Real quick. I know we've been going over this one a lot. Luke chapter 4 verse 13. Going into the season of temptation. All right, read this.
The book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 13. And when the devil had ended all the temptation, he departed from him for a season.
Right, he will depart for a season. He will depart for a season. So, brothers and sisters, we got to realize that and understand that thing. Between those times, we got to make sure that we're occupied in the scriptures. So when our season of temptation comes, we can pass it and get stronger and build upon it. The last thing we want when we are visited is to not be ready.
That's right.
All right, that's the last thing that we want. Luke 12, and then we will go to the next segment. All right, Luke chapter 12. Let me hear, I think 52.
The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 52.
I could be wrong, but let me hear that first.
For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house.
Nope, that ain't the one I want. Give me verse 32. 32, not 52.
Verse 32. Fear not, little flock, For it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
Right, the Lord wants to give us the kingdom. All right, the Lord wants to give us the kingdom, but it's not going to come without going through some trials and tribulations.
That's right.
No.
It's not going to go without making sure we're doing what we're supposed to do at all times. And I want to keep bringing these things out to always put this in perspective. This is what we got to meditate on. Jump down to 37. Watch this.
Verse 37. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching.
Shall find what?
Watching.
Watching what? Watching the signs and the times, and watching that they don't fall to the temptation.
That's right.
All right, family. That's what this show is all about.
right.
Just to keep our mind focused
Right.
on the end times, so we can get stronger and realize, you know what? Earthquakes is happening. The tornadoes happening. I see wars, rumors of war. They don't kill another one of the leaders. You understand? Like, we got to be able to see that. Read that verse again.
Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you.
And before you finish that, Revelations 1 and 3. So in order to watch, it's one thing to watch the news, but if you don't know how to relate it to the scriptures, that's an issue.
Right.
So you got to make sure you're studying for yourself, asking questions, watching the classes. You understand? You got to do all of that to make sure you understand. Read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
Blessed is he that readeth,
It say, blessed is he that readeth. Go ahead.
and they that hear the words of this prophecy.
And when you hear the words, that means not only do you physically hear it, but you understand it and
Right.
you apply what
That's
you're
right.
hearing. All right. Drop that. Let's go back.
The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 37.
37.
The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 37. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them.
Right. That's the Lord saying, hey, I'm going to sup with you, you know, because when I came back to check on my work, I saw you laboring.
That's right.
I saw you focused. I didn't see you casted behind your back.
Right.
Like a lot of people do when the boss ain't there. They go do whatever they want to do. They kick their legs up. They chilling. But as soon as the boss they hear the door, they get back to work.
Right.
Mind you what? Christ can see it all.
That's right.
All right, he can see it all. So that's telling us what? We got to be on our game.
That's
Yes.
right.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word